Thank you for staying tuned with Lifescene TV. It's a pleasure for me to bring you the recipe of the week. This is Chef Junior, and today we're gonna have a receta penne pasta with the ingredients, which is gonna be chicken, beef, shrimp. We also gonna have asparagus, a little chopped parsley, which is gonna be at the end, and we also have a tomato ragu with heavy cream, and of course our penne pasta. And we're gonna proceed with the cooking. And well, first of all, we're gonna turn our pots on, and we're gonna make sure everything is ready to go. What we're gonna do first is season our chicken, and we're gonna season our beef as well. In the meantime, which your pots are getting ready, don't over season the beef or your chicken, because the sauce is gonna have a lot of seasoning and a lot of heat on it. So don't go too heavy on the seasoning. But we're gonna put our heavy cream, and what we're gonna do with the heavy cream is once it's reduced halfway, we're gonna add the tomato ragu. So your saute pan's not quite ready yet to add the chicken. What you're gonna do is just mix the chicken around quite gentle. And once you hear the seasoning on the saute pan, you can add your chicken. So your saute pan is ready to go. So we're gonna add the chicken. That's when you know the saute pan is ready to go. So once we're not gonna add the beef yet, we're gonna play around with the chicken. And in the meantime, stir your pasta so it cooks all evenly. And you also have your heavy cream cooking or reducing. Just make sure it doesn't overflow, because it's gonna make a big mess here. And this water right here is for our broccoli. We're not gonna add that at the end, because we lightly gonna blanch that, and that's gonna go on at the end. So we can add our beef right now. I'm not gonna add it all, so we have space for the shrimp. Don't forget your pasta. We're gonna turn our heavy cream a little bit because it's not quite hot yet. So your chicken and your beef look good. We're gonna add our shrimp. How do you want to cook your pasta? You want to cook it al dente, which means it's not all the way cooked, but it's lightly raw or kind of hardish. Because once you put it once you mix it with the chicken, with the protein and your sauce, it's gonna get hotter and it's gonna cook a little longer. So that's the plan of how do you want to cook it at an authentic way. So our heavy cream is reduced halfway down. That way you can tell that it's reduced, because it boils up, and you want to lower your heat down, because it's gonna make a big mess here in your kitchen. So we're gonna add the ragu, so it brings that boiling down a little bit, and kind of stir that gently to have a little pinkish sauce. And once you add the tomato ragu, turn it back up again. You don't want it too high or too low. And we're gonna keep going here. Don't forget about your protein, and also check on your pasta, which is, I can tell that it's already cooked at an authentic way. And yeah, what we're gonna do now, I usually have a strainer, or you can use anything to take the pasta out, but in this way today, we're gonna use the strainer to strain it out. So we took our penne pasta from the pot, and once it's out, you want to put a little oil so it doesn't stick. That's a little tricky part that most people do. When I first started working in the kitchen, I used to not put oil, and I used to get in trouble a lot. So that's, hope you guys learned a new trick today. I'm gonna put it in a little sauce. We're gonna lower our protein down because you don't wanna overcook it. And in the meantime, which your sauce is kind of cooking, you wanna add a little salt and pepper on it, and our spicy to give us the little kick. Don't over season it, because you already know that your chicken and shrimp and beef already has seasoning. Don't put a lot of black pepper, because you're gonna add a little paprika and cayenne, which is gonna give it a little kick, a good kick actually, not a little kick. Stir that gently and turn your water for your broccoli up a little bit, because it's about that time to add the broccolini. And we're gonna add your broccoli. Just kind of blanch it a little bit, and grab a add a good amount on your protein pot, saute pan, whatever you want to call it. Add a good amount, because it's gonna reduce. We're gonna lower this up, but never forget about it. Kind of stir it at the end and have that work in here still. We're gonna take our broccoli out. Have a special tool here. You just want to blanch it. You don't want to overcook it or anything, because it's still gonna cook with your pasta. We got a little mozzarella cheese on it, and we also gonna add some mozzarella cheese at the end too. It gives it a little cheesy, creamy sauce. You can see that it's kind of getting a little hardish because it's reducing, and once it reduces, it thickens the sauce. So we're gonna add a little pasta here. You don't add too much, because I like my pasta creamy. So that's about a good amount. Kind of gently move this. If you don't do this, you cannot do this at home, it's all right. It takes a lot of time for me to work this too. So that should be ready. We gonna add our broccoli and do the same process you were doing, and gently move it. And the last touch on here is gonna be adding a little more Parmesan cheese on it. And just for garnish, we're gonna use a little parsley on, just to give it a little green color. And you want to grab a good bunch, and kind of don't cut your finger. Be very careful, because knives can be tricky sometimes. Tricky and dangerous. So here you guys go. You have your receta penne pasta with chicken, beef, and shrimp. I hope you guys love this recipe, and stay tuned, because better surprises are coming through, and chefs around from a different country. Thank you, and stay tuned.